Namaste, Witchlings. Mm-hmm. There we go. Hello. We're doing good here. There's that. Okay. Grab. You know what? I will put these up in the shop eventually. I really love these. There's that one. And this one. And boink. Oh no! Yay! Oh, I'm so happy to hear the fruit potatoes are doing well. Yay! Puppies are awesome. There's that. Grab my eyes. We are... Hey, John! We are repping Kurt today. Alright. Why are my favorite X-Men blue? They're both the ones that can quote either the Bible or Shakespeare while kicking ass, and I really love it. We are doing pretty good here. Spawn is recovering from being sick. Put his 2 weeks notice in at work because he's moving to the other side of the state, and then got sick. So by the time his last day rolls around, he will not have worked. I love my family. Hmm? Oh, did they? Oh. All right. Ha. Oh my gosh. It is the end of the year. We have a whopping 2 days left. Yeah. We have a whopping 2 days left of this year. Oh, I need... Give me just a sec. Hi, tookers. Holy shit. Okay, so my heater is turned completely off. Well, turned all the way down as low as it'll go without turning it off, and it is still putting out heat. That tells me a lot. Oh no, I had to turn it back up because I'm chilly. He don't like me running him over. He went in the bedroom. Uh-oh. I'm going to sneeze. Life is good though. I'm actually pretty contented. I need to confirm, but I think I have plans for my birthday now, which makes me happy. I am so happy you printed that certificate, John. I am so happy for you that you got it. That is really awesome. However, I need to scooch in. Scoochy butches, scoochy butches. Hey, yes, Will. Oh, John is doing his thing, but my cousin, her husband's name is John, and kind of made me think of this. I was scrolling through the family chat the family chat is my cousin's family, kind of entertaining. And my cousin's sister-in-law has season tickets for her, my cousin's husband, and daughter for one of the local playhouses. And she reminded her brother and niece that they had a play coming up on my birthday. And I'm like, ooh, which play? I'm just curious. So they gave me the blurb on it, and I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool, and sounds like it'll be so fun. And I'm like, I'm kind of looking for something to do for my birthday, and that might actually be something I could do. And John is like, well, I would assume you'd want to go with your family. And I'm like, yeah, no, nobody's going to be around. So I may be going to a play with my cousins for my birthday. I'm actually excited about that, too. Okay. I am grateful that you thought of me. Doesn't it? And, the play... You heard me reading the definition of the play to the spawn. It's... The name of the play is The Heart Sellers, and it's basically about people immigrating to the States, and I'm so curious. But I like theater. Iris. I know. I love that picture. I mean, yeah. I loved it when Spawn was acting with the local theater troupe, because I'd go down and watch the shows that he was in. And I really should go down there even for the shows he's not, because it's literally walking distance. When the Took Monster and I were going on our long, long walks, we would walk down one of the other main roads, and when we'd cut back up to the one that we live off of, we'd be right at where the local theater troupe performs. I need to look up this play, because I wonder if any of the actors from our local troupe are going to be there. One of the gentlemen that regularly performs with Valley Center Stage was a part of, I want to say, the Seattle Reps production of Tolkien and Lewis, and I believe he played Tolkien, which was cool. Oh. Dude, I would seriously enjoy that too. Hey, Mimi, we have missed you the past few days. How are you doing? Just kind of sitting here chit-chatting about my birthday coming up and some potential plans. I'm looking forward to it. Because even if I don't do that, I will figure something out to have some fun that day. All right. Ain't nobody here, though. Ooh, share pictures soon. I want more ink. I'm going to tell my kids that I want ink and piercings for my birthday, so they need to give me money. Or make a date and a plan to go do shit with me. So I'm wearing a different pair of earrings today. These are not up in the shop yet. I've got to make a couple more pairs of them, but I love these. The needles in your ears, yeah, that's kind of weird. The worst one was my nose, because I could see it, and the eyebrow. Oh my God, was that weird. Sweet. Oh, that is so perfect for you. But the needle in this and my nostrils. This one wasn't so bad, but my nostrils and my eyebrow, I wasn't thrilled about. And then with the tattoo, it doesn't look like a needle. It looks... Yeah, you don't see the needle, but it's kind of interesting. I can't visualize one right at the moment to be able to tell you what it looks like. It's kind of like a pen, though, if memory serves. Anyway, hello and welcome, everyone. We are going to please be mindful of the energy you bring into my space, and you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding your ass with the ban hammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Nice, Raven. Time for coffee. Coffee. And you can buy me a coffee here at buymeacoffee.com/die.theyogawitch. I have to count every time I think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tattoos. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piercings. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 piercings. There we go. Forgot the eyebrow. All right, you guys. That's fine. Boop, boop, boop. Yes. I know how to word that one. Yep. I have been talking to cat farts about doing some of these things and not sounding like a slimy used car salesman, because that's what I feel like. All right. He's playing with the stuff on my screen right now. Roger. Okay, roger that. Yep. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm going to grab my phone and bring the chat up on my phone. Okay, there we go. Hey, Hazel. Aha. There we are. Ha. Roger. Uh-huh. Sorry. Oh, executive dysfunction is evil. Oh my good gods. My executive function is just Yeah, I know. I say roger that. It's left over from having been in the military, and I can't even say that. I say roger that because my brother started saying it, because while he was still active duty, his corpsman buddy was the corpsman for a platoon of Marines, and he picked up saying roger that to everything. My brother picked it up from him, and I picked it up from my brother, and it has been 20-some fucking years, and I still haven't lost that. Oh, that is awesome to hear, John. Oh, I love it. Sure or oh. Okay. I believe, do you believe in life after love? Honestly, that's true. Oh, I know it does. I know it doesn't. That song, when Cher was given her Kennedy Center honors, Adam Lambert performed it. Oh my God, it was great. John. Oh, honey, we are definitely. I am. We are. Hopefully, once you get back home and you can get in to see your regular doctor, something will happen. Yes, your family are not the only ones who are worried about you. I am too. You falling could be a number of things. All right. I have to be very careful. I have to be very careful setting my coffee cup down right now, because I'm fighting a pinched nerve in my neck shoulder that is causing pain in my elbow. So it is entertaining. Yes. Okay, so I know that feeling. Yeah, honey, you need to be careful. We care and we worry. I gotta sit the fluff up straight. It looks like Puppy is sniffing my braid. Yeah, we should probably get started here. Holy shit, it's been almost 20 minutes and we're just kind of chit-chatting. Di is more disorganized than usual today. Are we surprised? I am not surprised, considering it's Monday. I'm having a day. Oh, don't tell me that. How do you know this? Did somebody open the front door? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm feeling cold breeze on my feet. Wow, that's entertaining. So, apparently John singing violates the Geneva Convention. Nice. No shit. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get started here. So, today's episode explores moving forward after challenge, finding success while still carrying stress, and the moment. What? Oh. Starting over. All right, y'all. Today's episode explores moving forward after challenge, finding success while still carrying stress, and the moment when hidden truths finally surface. Namaste invites us to touch our toes. Self-compassion reminds us the world does not revolve around us. Iris guides the way with a moment of Zen from Rainier, Maria Rilke, and Rumi. Stick around and see what we're doing. Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, 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 one and all to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care, where magic meets mindfulness, and we take a moment to honor the day, listen to the cards, and we tend to ourselves along the way. Whether you're returning or joining us for the first time, I am so glad you're here. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome. I am Di, your yoga witch and guide, and this is your daily pause for reflection, insight, and care. So go grab your favorite crystal. I have a garnet around my neck, and I'm going to grab a big chunky garnet to play with. Light your candle or some incense. Settle in with coffee, tea, cocoa, or whatever brew fills your mug today. And let's step into today's wisdom and self-care together. And by the way, if this space resonates, please don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps our Witchling community grow. And speaking of growing our community, you can now join this channel as a Witchling member. Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. So if you feel called to support our channel and you can afford it, maybe you want to step a little closer into the coven, go ahead and tap that join button and come on in. Hey, sheep. Thank you, Hazel. Oh man. My sign isn't up. Only half game, my friend. At church, they want you to learn about hell, so I should join their choir, John. Alright, hey sheep, and how's everybody out there doing today? I'm drinking coffee. Definitely Monday energy. Oh, dear Lord! Okay, I'm reading Will's comment from while I was going through the intro, and he said his terrier tried to give him a heart attack this morning. He went to take a step. Puppy's nose touched bare foot, and the beeper on the stove went off at the same time. I can only imagine how... Yup. Yeah, Will was doing the Sylvester hanging from the or the Tom hanging from the ceiling shit. Tom and Jerry, if y'all don't know. Oh my god, that would so be me. I'm only half gay, my friend. No, I was not ignoring it. I did address it. It just was in the middle of a bunch of other shit, so. Welcome. Thank you for the compliment on the aesthetics of my office. In a couple of days, let's... Oh, thank the gods I didn't spill my other coffee. But in a couple of days, this cute little pink stocking will be replaced by my rainbow sign that says love. Dehua? That is an interesting name. Yeah, very close one. I tapped it. Dua, huh? Oh, haha, hail Hydra. Hydrate. It's hail, hydrate. Thank you. Blessings to you, my friend. Hey, Di, don't exhale into the coffee cup. You'll steam your glasses. All right. All right, let's get dangerous. We do not have a birthday today. Nope, we have birthday tomorrow, and we will be... I believe. Yes, tomorrow we'll be wishing Hazel a happy birthday. All right, y'all. We are wishing all of our witchlings and their loved ones dealing with tough situations a easier time at it. As I light this flame, may it shine as a beacon of hope for those finding their way through the dark. We also hold this light in remembrance and solidarity with survivors and victims of gun and domestic violence, keeping them gently and respectfully within our circle here. And with the lighting of our candle, our circle is now closed, and we extend an invitation to the ancestors to join us here today. Oh no! Well, happy birthday to your cousin, Raven! Whoop whoop! Hazel being sick kind of sucks. Hey, sick sucks. Sick. Shut up, Di. We're good. Other? I don't know. Okay, you're gonna start irritating my vertigo if you keep scrolling. So all right, huck those over there. Those are gonna go in the drawer where they belong eventually. I appreciate that. Kidding. We try. We are not a monolith. Each queer person is something different, but many of us are much like I am. At least all of us that live in this house are. No se recuerdo, mijo. Hello. Oh, that is true. Hey, Mike, good to see you. We have someone in the other chat saying that they thought that the queer community was something stupid, but he likes my vibe, and I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to take another drink of coffee, and then... The community has gotten the queer community has gotten quite a bad rap, primarily from conservatives who don't understand us, and from those people who for whatever reason, believe that we chose to be this way, which I'm sorry, I don't know anyone who would choose to be a part of a community that is tortured and on such a regular basis. Why would we choose the path that makes our lives as difficult as humanly possible? Exactly. Michael is in the other chat, and he says a lot of people think we all live the same. We don't. No. We'll get into more about that in Chillin' with the Witchlings. Yep. I agree, Raven. I was thinking the same thing. I wish I could, just hand a cup of coffee through the screen to you guys. It would be awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so the first two letters are D-I, and I want to say die, but I'm not positive. But Dehua? So Mike is saying that especially people who don't know, thinking that men have all kinds of intimacy with other men at the public bathhouses, which is not true. We will discuss the queer community in Chillin' with the Witchlings, because there are some myths that I really want to bust today. So we'll talk about that later. Let us move on and get started with our fun for the day. We have holidays. You say that the word believe kicks sheriff in your head. For me, it's holiday and Madonna. Holiday, celebrate. I sing it most days. All right, you guys, let us take a nice, quick little look at what holidays and observances are showing up for us today. And please tell me in the comments, my witchlings, how are you planning to honor today's holidays in your magic? I really love hearing how you guys, do this, because it's kind of fun. All right. What are today's holidays? Hazel, I'm sorry, but I had to. It is Bacon Day. It is Bacon Day. Today celebrates one of the most universally loved comfort foods, or at least the idea of it. Bacon Day is about indulgence, savoring simple pleasures, and letting yourself enjoy something purely because it is delicious. Whether that's traditional bacon, plant-based alternatives, or just the smoky, savory flavor profile in a cozy meal, this day invites pleasure without justification. Eat slowly, enjoy fully, no guilt required. Falling Needles Family Fest Day. Wow, say that 5 times fast. This quiet, nature-rooted observance honors togetherness through the small seasonal shifts we often overlook. Pine needles falling, forests softening into winter, families gathering in simple ways. It's a day for slow walks, outdoor connection, storytelling, or hands-on crafts using what the land offers. Nothing flashy, just presence, warmth, and shared attention. And then last but not least, the holiday for the ADHD among all of us. It is the festival of enormous changes at the last minute. This one speaks straight to lived experience. Plans unravel, truths arrive late, life pivots without asking permission. Today acknowledges that last-minute changes aren't failures, they're information. This festival honors adaptability, resilience, and the courage it takes to reorient when the ground shifts beneath your feet. You don't have to celebrate the chaos, just your capacity to respond. That's our holidays for today, my friends. I always love the holidays that I find. It is so much fun. Oh, yummy bacon. Yep, I hear you, Hazel. Or see you in this case. Bacon sandwich. I want a BLT so bad. Pizza with bacon. I think I have. Oh, the bread, the bacon, and the tomato. So do you want my lettuce? No, because that would probably wreak havoc with the other parts of you. Oh, my goodness. Yes. I'm sorry, Raven. Let us have peas. Oh, John. Oh, God, what was the... Somebody came in right after you left yesterday, John, and dropped a pun that would have just... You would have been proud. You would have been angry that you didn't think of it first. I cannot remember it. Oh, pineapple on pizza. Hell yes. I am a Hawaiian pizza girl. The Spawn will put pineapple on any pizza he gets. Does not matter what the other toppings are. There's always pineapple. But this is also the child that mixes, this is the same child that mixes, sriracha, ranch, and honey mustard all on the same Subway sandwich. Do you like ham on your pizza? I mean, ham and pineapple. It's a classic mix. Now I want pizza. I am so glad he gave me some pizza to munch. Peanut butter on a burger is good too. So the casino that the man behind the curtain used to work at used to have their peanut butter bacon cheeseburger. I was never brave enough to try it, but apparently it was super popular. Okay, let's quit talking food because we're going to make people hungry. All right. Do we want to look at the oracle cards now? I can do it if you need me to. I can hear your munch in your bar. The man behind the curtain is munching his breakfast. I can't do blue cheese, but otherwise I could do that. It's a good reminder that different cultures eat different stuff. We will talk about that soon, Godzilla. Let's get into the show here and start, doing what people are here for. It's Monday. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. All right, my friends, take a listen to what the cards have to tell us and let me know what you guys think. We have our oracles today. Our first card is... There we go. First card is It Still Hurts. Followed by Closure. Last but not least, Someone Better. Life has a way of unfolding in layers. Even with closure, and even after both of you have found someone better, it still hurts. There's a quiet wondering that lingers, not because the choice was wrong, but because healing doesn't always move in straight lines. Sometimes understanding arrives long after the ending. That's our oracles for today. Where are you? I know, where the... Oh, he's hiding. Come here. Sorry, Tookers. Come here. Okay. You should see the love fest. There you are. Come here. What, you're going to yell at me? You're getting picked up. Sorry, everybody. Somebody's being mouthy and obnoxious. He has decided he is part of our show now. He's purring. Hi, baby. Now it's time to take a look at what the tarot cards have to say today. Scoochie, 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 scoochies. There we go. Ah, fuzzy butts. Yeah. All right. And here we go with our tarot cards for today. Victory, movement, and hidden truths collide in today's reading. Success is possible, but lingering stress and unseen manipulation may complicate the path forward. Healing continues, even when it still hurts. Truth is rising. Are you ready to face it? Stick around and see what the cards have to say. All right, you guys. Our first card today is the... It's not liking us today. All right, first card today is the Six of Rods. That one didn't go either. There it is. Six of Rods. Victory over personal problems, a new venture or a change of direction, and a financial or emotional success. Followed by the Six of Swords. Stress and pressure, put an optimistic outlook. And then finally we have the High Priestess reversed. The High Priestess may be misusing her powers of persuasion to manipulate people into doing what she wants. Sooner or later, she will be found out, and no good is going to come of it. Now, what do all three say together? Well, they say... This reading opens on a strong and hopeful note. The Six of Rods points to victory over personal challenges and a new direction that brings emotional or financial success. The Six of Swords acknowledges lingering stress and pressure, yet promises forward movement and a more optimistic outlook. However, the High Priestess reversed issues a clear warning. Someone with some strong feminine energy may be abusing their influence, manipulating others to get their way. Secrets do not stay buried forever, and when that truth surfaces, the fallout is going to be epic. That's our tarot cards. Take a quick sip. And now let's bring the Oracle and Tarot together into one clear message, my Witchlings. A single stream of guidance flowing through each and every card. Drop me a comment and share what resonates with you. This story weaves triumph with tenderness, even after closure, finding someone better, and knowing the ending was necessary. It still hurts. The Six of Rods shows you rising above personal struggles and stepping into a new direction marked by growth and success. The Six of Swords carries you forward despite lingering stress, reminding you that healing is movement, not erasure. Yet the High Priestess reverse cautions that manipulation and misuse of influence are at play. The truth always surfaces, and when it does, well, everything shifts. And that's our combined reading. And now, our affirmation. I trust my path even when my healing feels slow. I honor my growth, move forward with clarity, and allow truth to reveal itself in perfect time. And that's our affirmation, my friends. What deck am I using? Okay, hold on. Can I remove? Okay, we'll get to that. Yes. Can ChatGPT read tarot cards? Sort of. What ChatGPT does, you can go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I would like a 3-card tarot draw, and it will pull them, but having a computer do it doesn't feel as authentic. Yes, it analyzes patterns based upon keywords. Yep, you saw Tookers and the Furry Overlord. Raven, there we go. Not as well as we can. Thank you for saying you love tarot cards. What should I call you? Dihula? Or Dihula? Dihua? I'm not sure. Oh, and as for my deck, this is an insanely old deck. It is the Unicorn Tarot deck, illustrated by Liz Hilton and written by Suzanne Starr. It was published mid-90s. I want to say it was published in 95. I picked it up in 96, and it, I believe, is no longer in print. It was my very first tarot deck, and we just did really well. Unfortunately, I don't think you can change your name. You would have to change your channel at some point about what, a month ago, I think it was. Okay. Yes. Okay. You can change your at on your channel name, and that's what we are seeing here. But it's a limited. You can only do it so many times in a certain amount of time. And somewhere around, I'd say about a month ago, I stopped seeing people's screen names and only see their ats now, and I hate it. Excuse me. Drives me insane. Yeah, channel names, not screen names. Correction. But if you let me know what to call you, I will happily call you by that name. Kind of like, I know some of the people in here and I call them by name. Because it just, I don't know. It seems more personal. Dahula. Hula hula. Now I got Lilo and Stitch Hawaiian roller coaster ride in my head. Yay, we're doing stellar. It's Monday. Oh my God, am I hyper. Sweetheart, can you go lick your junk somewhere else? First cup of coffee. Haven't even finished it yet. We're doing good. Yes. Welcome to the crew, or the coven as the case may be, whichever you prefer. All right. Let us go look at our self-care cards for today. We have Namaste. Namaste tells us to touch our toes. Touch your toes. In the most gentle way possible, touch your toes. Stretch, breathe, hold the pose. Think not of the stretch or the effort. Think of the beauty of the pose. When you are ready, bring yourself back to a more relaxed position. Repeat the process while giving gratitude to your body and the miraculous miracle of movement. When we focus on beauty and giving thanks, the strain and effort of any task is more evenly spread and we don't feel it as much. Acknowledge the beauty in every task and give thanks to the opportunity to accomplish it. Your reward will be a graceful life full of joy. Namaste. And we have self-compassion. Self-compassion says it's nothing personal. When was the last time someone got under your skin? Can you think of 3 reasons they may have acted the way they did that have absolutely nothing to do with you? They were stressed out. They were sleep deprived. They hadn't had enough caffeine. I mean, come on. Any of those, and many, many more, are highly possible. And that, my friends, is self-compassion. John. Oh, John. It kind of is a witch's brew. I mean, it's coffee with pumpkin spice. And, well, the spices that go into pumpkin spice are all protective herbs. So you could say, yes, it is a witch's brew. I also have the pumpkin spice cold foam in it. Cold foam is funny looking. All right. Nice. Ooh, Manuka honey is good too. All right, y'all. I got a little bit of news to share with you guys. Go ahead and step into dietheyogawitch.shop. What? Step into DieTheYogaWitch.shop where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. Browse my handmade intention-infused jewelry, then snuggle up with Die the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and so much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend and your familiar, and bring a little witchy sparkle into your daily life. Again, that is DieTheYogaWitch.shop. And if you are enjoying this podcast and would like to step just a little deeper into the coven, consider clicking on that join button and becoming a member of this channel. There are some amazing perks for all of my witchlings with levels starting at just $1 a month. Also, a reminder that you can help keep this channel for free by subscribing, sharing this video with a friend, and just hitting that like button. Thank you, Hula. He forgot to unmute my mic. We all were. Okay. Note John asked if they were doing okay. We're going to see if I can. Yes. Perfect. Haha. He got distracted by the gymnastics. You sit there. Got it. Haha. Fixed it. All right. Okay. All right. It is Monday. We're having a great time here. Okay. It is now time for the Sanskrit bit. Time for the Sanskrit bit. Okay, my friends. Today, let this mantra guide how you move rather than what you accomplish. Our mantra is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, and it reminds us that peace is relational. It shows up in small, ordinary choices. Take one conscious breath before responding. Notice when your body tightens and soften where it's safe to do so. Choose clarity over urgency and rest over reactivity. You do not need to fix the world today. You only need to move through it with care. Peace lived quietly still ripples outward, my friends. And that is our Sanskrit bit. Oh no, John, I would not dare to ask anyone to spell some of the Sanskrit who does not speak it regularly. Yes. Same. I really like the fact that is our Sanskrit for the week. And it translates to may you be happy or may you be healthy. Can't remember which part, but both of those are part of the self-compassion mantra. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free from suffering. And there's one more. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I be loved. So, we have the goddess. Yay! Yep. Now, my friends, my witchlings, it is time to honor the goddess of the day, a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on our path. Today's goddess is Iris. Iris is the Greek messenger who travels between earth and heaven, appearing as a winged maiden upon a radiant rainbow. She embodies peace after the storm, protection, mediation, and the gentle promise of new beginnings as the old year comes to rest. Sacred to air and water, Iris carries calm, hopeful energy, and traditional offerings to her include figs, cakes, wheat, and honey. In some myths, she gathers water from the underworld to sanctify sacred oaths, reminding us of the power of promises made with clarity and integrity. The days surrounding the winter solstice are said to hold Iris's halcyon calm, a time when the winds soften and peace settles in. To invite her presence today, place a rainbow sun catcher in the window and allow her radiance to fill your home. Consider a second for your car so that energy travels with you. You might also briefly open a window to welcome fresh air and change, burning violet or lavender incense to enhance Iris's soothing, restorative vibration as you begin anew. That is our goddess. I repeated the violet because my brain said you didn't say violet, you said violent. And I'm trying to figure out if I have any violent incense. Yes, we have done Ashera at least twice. She's really fucking cool. So the goddess of the day came about because, and the deck is over there, I keep forgetting to bring it back over here. I at some point acquired a deck of cards that was a bunch of goddesses. And I was having so much fun reading the goddess, those cards and I wanted to share them because, hi, they're cute, they're fun. So I started pulling a goddess of the day. Yep, and then, well, I ran through that deck like 4 times. And bought this book. So we have the 365 Goddess, a daily guide to the magic and inspiration of the goddess. I think next year, if not following the new year, maybe next season, which will be in October, I will start adding a god of the day as well. And I'm being told that we did Ashera March 13th of this year. You can search my my Goddess Shorts playlist for her. Yeah. Oh, that's a 2-minute video? That's a long goddess. That's cool as fluff. Possibly. Yeah, I just don't remember when I got the book. Oh god, it was the same day as K9 Veterans Day. Ha! That was a popular holiday too. Alright, y'all. Andy, you are slightly rude there. I am a human being, and I am not a thing. At least not today, I'm not. Alright. Oh, we have something. Yes, she is. That's right. I covered her while I was doing the week of biblical goddesses. Because there's a few that are mentioned in the Bible. I think I was doing... Did I call them Hebrew goddesses? I'd have to check the folder. But yes. There are a few goddesses that are mentioned in the Bible. We are to Moment of Zen. How are we already to Moment of Zen? Because it's been almost an hour. Holy shit. All right, my friends. It is time for our little Moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. Today we have a quote from Rainer Maria Rilke, and a quote and a poem from Rumi. I can talk, I swear. So it is time for our little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. Our quotes are a quote from Rainer Maria Rilke and a brief poem by Rumi. Ms. Rilke says, and do not change. Do not divert your love from visible things, but go on loving what is good, simple, and ordinary, animals and things and flowers, and keep the balance true. And then Rumi shares, knock and he'll open the door. Vanish and he'll make you shine like the sun. Fall and he'll raise you to the heavens. Become nothing and he'll turn you into everything. I like that one. That's our moment of Zen, my friends. All right, Witchlings. The Zen of Zen, yes. Oh, I can take this off now because we are done with the divination. Let go of my hair. Thank you. I know, but it was... And now we have our closing blessing. We are pretty much done. Yeah. Here is today's blessing. May you move through today with a steady... I can't read. May you move through today with steady courage and a clear heart. May truth rise gently, healing follow in its own time, and your steps be guided toward peace, wisdom, and quiet strength. Namaste, my witchlings. And my witchlings, it is that time. Why do I always hear Rafiki in my head when I do that? It is time. I know I do. It is time to wrap up for the day. As we extinguish our candle, our circle is now open, and we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who chose to join us today. Clink and clink. Smoke no taste good. Before we go, my witchlings, remember, this space exists solely because of our witchling community. I have no corporate sponsors yet. We simply have shared magic, mutual care, and a whole fuck ton of love. So do us a favor and do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. Join the channel if you have the spare cash, and please tell a friend about us here. And now go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There's already enough darkness and hate in this world. Let us please choose to be steady lights for those finding their way through it. Tell your loved ones in all of their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, and claws, that they matter deeply. Time moves so much faster than we ever realize, and those chances to say I love you are never guaranteed. And please, if you take one thing and one thing only away from everything that we do here every day, please let it be that you always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is genuine and real. Even if you haven't figured it out yet, I was 45 before I found mine. I love you guys all so much. Namaste, my witchlings. Okay. Hula, if you are still here, I don't believe so. That is a book that I should probably acquire. It sounds interesting. Yay! Raven got the membership back. That's awesome. Thank you so much for resubscribing, hun. I really do appreciate it. Yes. I'm so shocked that I didn't inhale that sip of coffee. All right. Oh, all right. I'm going to move the mouse real quick. I'm going to pick it up. So the reason I'm always telling you guys, it's more I'm telling him that I'm picking up the mouse. I have said this a few times, so those of you who are here all the time, you know. He remotes into my computer from the other room. But we have discovered that if my mouse jiggles, it locks him out of the computer for about 2 seconds, which is an eternity when we are doing something like this. So I try to give him warning, hey, I'm about to move the mouse and it's going to stop working for you for a second. No, don't want it that way. Yeah. The problem is when I smack my desk because I'm speaking emphatically, and it'll jiggle the mouse just enough that he'll be in the middle of trying to do something, and it'll stop. And he's there are times I'm surprised you guys haven't heard him scream. Because he's like, no! God damn it! You moved the mouse and now I can't do anything. And he just came into Discord on my computer. Or put me into Discord on my computer. Okay, Namaste card. I tell you, these cards, the Namaste deck, have been one of the best purchases I have made for this business. I absolutely love them, and the self-compassion cards. Totally worth what I paid for them, which was not much. And they have been definitely worthwhile purchases. If and when the cards themselves wear out, I will probably repurchase them. The reason they're in these things is I've already killed the box. Ooh, oh! An infused Dr. Pepper. Dude, you must tell us how this goes and if it actually tastes like Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Oh, can they see that now? They can see that now. So, that's his setup here on the portrait screen. Oh, he waving. Hello, honey. Oh, nope. Put those in right side up. The Namaste deck, John? I got all of my decks on... Well, okay. Everything but the Unicorn Tarot I got on Amazon, and I do know that Amazon does have that particular deck. Hello, James. I see you. Most of my screen is, blocked, but I can see a few things here. Oh, there we go. That's put away. I am very proud of myself with the fact that it only took me about 45 years to learn to pick up after myself. I still don't necessarily always do it, but we're getting there. Still haven't figured out the whole cleaning up behind myself as I go in the kitchen, but you know what? We're getting there. Between the autism and the ADHD and just my upbringing, the fact that it's only taken me this long is kind of impressive. I am further along in this than some members of my family. Thunk. And I am learning that if I put things somewhere that I cannot see them, hold on. Where's the box? Is the link to Namaste in the description box, babe? Okay, the link to those is in the description box. So, and it's an affiliate link, so if you buy it from that link, I get a small commission. So that would be the easiest way to make sure you have the right deck. James, do I have siblings? Yes. I am the youngest of 4 surviving children. My brothers are 8, 10, and 12 years older than I. I was very much an oops baby. The last pregnancy prior to me was, Single between Bill and Jim. Single. I'm trying to remember if it was the twins. My mother was pregnant with a set of twins 6 years before she had me. So yes. All boys. Had all of my mother's pregnancies survived, I would still be the only girl, and I would have 8 big brothers. I cannot express how grateful I am in some respects, because growing up with 3 big brothers was bad enough. And I was very much not her favorite. Shit happens, life goes on. But even with all of the nastiness that the incubator put me through and all of the ick that I have lived through in other places or in other aspects of my life, I would never change it. Because I am so happy with the person I am today. That I know even if I went back and changed something about the first time I failed a test, nothing really life-altering in that aspect. But I know that if I were to go back and even change something that simple, I would affect who I am today. And I like myself today. It's taken about 30 years of therapy to get here, but I'm happy with who I am. Is there a person I hate? My mother. And maybe my other first abuser, but I don't generally hate people. It's not worth the energy. Definitely not worth my time. Technologically illiterate is... Yeah, and it's not so much that I hate my mother. I actually very much feel sorry for my mother. She had a lot going on in her head. I just hate the way she treated me. All right. Mimi being technologically illiterate is frustrating as all get out. But hey, being non-techie is a yes. Oh, James, you shouldn't hate yourself, honey. There are so many things about you that are worth loving yourself for. And as I said, it only took me 30 years of therapy to get to that, realization. Oh, James, none of us are as good as we could be. That is why we are always striving to be a better person. I mean, I'm not an awful person, but I'm not as good a person as I wish I were, because there are a lot of times when I fail to live up to my spread love, joy, and kindness. There are certain people that they catch me on the wrong day and I am just rude as hell to them. My poor husband comes up against me being anything but loving, kind, and compassionate on a regular. I try to be, John, and it's easy to be the person I want to be, and I feel that I am during the time that I'm talking to you guys, but y'all don't catch me on the low spoon days, the high pain days, when the brain fog is so bad I'm lucky to remember my name. And I also believe that because we are always able to better ourselves, and we should be doing that. That's why I have an entire bookshelf full of self-help books. Yes, I've survived a fuck ton of trauma, and yes, a lot of that still is not healed, but that's where some of those come in. But I'm also I want to just in general be a better person. If we always thrive, we never strive. Exactly, that is a good way of putting it, Raven. And my goal now, today, I have 4 grandchildren, and I want to set the example for them of being kind, caring, and compassionate to everyone, no matter their age, gender, religion, the color of their skin, or anything. How do you better yourself? Are you asking me how I better myself, or how can people in general better themselves? Because I'm going to start with people in general. Therapy. Therapy, if you have access to it, is awesome. Life coaching. Hi, gonna push my own business here. Life coaching helps because a life coach can help you. Actually, come here, Mousy. Just trust me. Okay, so as a life coach, I am here to help you set goals. And whether that's I want to have a better job in 6 months, or I want to run a 5K in 6 months, or, some sort of future goal, we work on setting SMART goals. Basically, they have a timeline and they're reachable, achievable. And that is one way to be a better person. And my job when you work with me as a life coach is to help you visualize and figure out what your goals that you want to reach are. Such as you say, I want to lose 20 pounds and run a marathon. Okay, so my job is to say, is that an achievable goal, and what is the time frame for that achievement? Because if you say I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months and run a marathon in 6 weeks, that's not necessarily going to be achievable for someone who's been sitting on the couch for 10 years. So we need, okay, give me the S. You just repeated it in my ear. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timeline. Relevant is another one. Relevant and time bound. So that is part of my job as your coach, to help you set a SMART goal, help you break that goal down into achievable steps, and go from there. I'm here to be your cheerleader, not your guide, though. Oh, James, the right therapy does, but that is the key word, the right therapy. Not every therapist is going to be right for every person. I have been through, I've been through like 6 therapists. And I've only had 2 that really worked well for me. One of them was my doctor down in San Diego. One of them is my trauma therapist. My current therapist, yes, she's okay, but therapy, it takes and you have to be willing to put in the work with the therapy. That's part of why I have 2 copies of one of my books. The name of it is I Can't Just Get Over It. It's about working with PTSD. Well, I am not a normal American. I have not had to pay for my health care since I was 17 years old. Well, just before I turned 18. Because either the military, the VA, or state insurance has paid for my therapy for the last better part of 30 years. Exactly. I understand not being able to afford it. I can't remember if you're here in the U.S. Scotland. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember how you go about it there. There are ways to access, but oh, is that what happened? Oh, that is so foobar. Yep. There we go. Considering renewing my leader in running fitness with EA. That sounds kind of cool, John. Okay, so he's commenting on the nose ring. Should I tell him about how much ink I have, darling? Yeah. Scotland. I would look into online therapy because a lot of those you can get sliding fee. How do you remove a hex? Well, first of all, do you know that someone did something? That's your first order of business. And one way to find out about that is to do an egg cleanse. Oh, I would Google how to do an egg cleanse because me explaining it to you is going to be very confusing. You are very welcome, Hula. I believe Tutti Multi was asked to define woke. Still not defining it. I understand not believing in therapy, my friend. I know a lot of people who don't because of similar issues as you've had. They've tried a couple of therapists. It didn't really work for them. And it really is the fact that you have to be able to trust your therapist enough to build that relationship and be able to work with them, because you have to be able to trust them and build the relationship well enough with them that you can truly be open and vulnerable and spill all of your deepest, darkest shit. Because if you don't trust the person you're talking to, you're not going to tell them everything. And if you don't tell them everything, they can't aim you in the right direction. That I have learned. John. I understand that. I have someone in my family who's the same way. And that person very definitely needs therapy, but they have to get over that lack of trust. And there are some self-help books out there that are worthwhile, such as the CPTSD book that I have. It was recommended, the book and the workbook were recommended to me by my trauma therapist, because the doctor who wrote them was my trauma therapist, did her internship with her. So she knows this person, trusts that they know what they're talking about. And that's true. Therapy can be as simple as going fishing with a trusted friend that you know you can. Spill your guts too. Sorry, got distracted. Ooh, a snowy day. Lucky. Darko gets snow. You're right, John. The hardest part is admitting that you need help. And especially here in the States, I know, and this might apply to Scotland as well, especially men. It is hammered into men that you have to be strong and stoic, and it's not manly to ask for help. No, you have to handle it yourself. Which is such bullshit. That's just my opinion, though. Exactly. Sometimes you need help finding your way out of a dark corner. And I started going to therapy primarily because I was forced to. I dealt with some really, really gnarly postpartum depression after my oldest. And I was told either go to therapy or else. And yes, that is actually how I found my doctor in San Diego, who was so helpful. And I will be forever grateful to him. Andrea hasn't been in for a couple of days. I think she was in yesterday, but not the day before. She's been hit or miss. And part of that is the fact that it is the holiday season. She's chilling out with the roommates. And they are currently, I believe, house hunting. So we'll find out. Yes. There are some, there are a lot of celebrities out there who are talking about the fact that, hey, I have been dealing with mental health issues for a while, and, you know, especially if you have something like bipolar or one of those issues, that one of the serious mental health issues, Schizophrenia to an extent, because thankfully there are medications and therapies that work for that. Bipolar, there are lots of amazing meds on the market that work for that. But then you get people who have PTSD, and we're kind of nervous about talking about that because, hi, Fascist Cheeto says that people who develop PTSD are just, losers who can't hack it in the real world, or in his exact quote, are veterans who couldn't hack it at war. I'm sorry, I would like, nope, not gonna say that. We are going to mind our manners today, you guys. Yes, medical cannabis is a very good start. That is a good start for medications, but it is not a mood stabilizer. And for those of us who deal with the wildly vacillating moods, we do occasionally need those mood stabilizers. I tell you what, I was misdiagnosed as bipolar for a few years and put on Depakote, and while I gained weight, it didn't do much to stabilize my mood, but let me tell you, I did not have a migraine headache for those 3-4 years. That was nice. Yep, anxiety is... Simone Biles. Am I thinking right? Yeah, Simone Biles, the American gymnast. I give her huge props for, on a global stage, admitting that her mental health was not all there during the Olympics, as well as her physical health. And instead of pushing through it, she said, I'm going to step back. What is a mood stabilizer? Mood stabilizers are something like Zyprexa is a brand name for one of them, or fuck my life. Made my child's moods worse, but Depakote is another mood stabilizer. Valium is not a mood stabilizer. Valium is a tranquilizer. Valium just makes you flat. It's a sedative. Hey, Chloe. John, those migraines make me nervous. Those remind me, those sound like when I would black out because I switched. My migraines currently more mimic strokes, which is terrifying. Naproxen is a painkiller. Yeah. Yeah, anti-inflammatory. No, stop it. Stop it. Lithium, anticonvulsants. Okay, so Depakote, Lamictal, Tegretol, lithium, lamotrigine. Lamotrigine is Lamictal. Depakote, Lamictal, Tegretol, Oxtellar. Yeah, those are some of the most common ones. Yeah. All right. No. Okay, I am not qualified to speak on medications themselves, but you could potentially talk to your primary care doctor. Lexapro's a good one. My experience with it. I have been on so many fucking many meds. But that's cool. Oof. Oh, nice. Hey, Veselin Pierjian, we are good. They came from Zenny. You're off. You're fine, Chloe. I don't see that Automod has blocked you. I just hadn't had a chance to address what you've been saying. Oh, I love my glasses. They are very much me. I'm going to go ahead and take my necklace off. You can't really see it today. But it'll get caught in my hair if I'm not careful. Ta-da! There we go. This was a birthday present from one of my brothers. Sure, hit me up again, child. You know what I mean. All right, doom doom. Yeah, Chloe said hi, hello. Oh, fingers are chilly. Wow. Thank you. I'm just gonna say Pierre Jean. Vaseline Pierre Jean. If you first you don't succeed, try again. There are certain things that you don't want to do that. He's doing pretty good today, James. Thank you for asking. I'm sure he'll pop his pictures. Okay. Oof. Yep. Migraines are awful. Cluster headaches are worse, but migraines are awful. Oh. I hate migraines. No, I'm not even seeing the auto mods kicking it up. That's interesting. Ah. I'm being told that there's apparently a word in whatever you're saying that that YouTube is not liking, and it's not even popping it up that way. Thank you, Pizza Burger. It's Pizza da Burger. I appreciate that. YouTube is weird. Okay, Google is weird. Let's put it that way. Yes, I did not I didn't call your name, you stupid. Great, the speaker's listening. Oh, I did say them in that order. Was not saying them together, and it thought I was. Thank you, Mimi. We appreciate that. Go ahead and message it to me if you need to. We'll talk. Google heard me. I don't have Alexa. I have a mini Nest under my monitor and my phone as well. So I say those two letters and the word Google or HEY and Google, they will both respond. Seriously? I am going to turn you off. Sorry. Message it to me and yeah. Hi. Hey, Emilio. How are you doing today? We're doing pretty good up here. I'm having a serious case of the Mondays. I am more brain dead than usual, but otherwise we're doing great. I have coffee. I have wonderful people. We'll take a look at it. Chloe, I have the circle. I don't know. Nice. Let's see. Go to shorts. I see a bunch of videos from... That would probably be the one she wants us to look at. Why, thank you, Arjun. Arjun. I keep mispronouncing it slightly. At this point, I am a pastel goth. Oh, no, I don't have a circle. I have a mini Nest. It's one of the little speakers. I actually got it because our Christmas bonus, my last year at Torrid, we were given gift cards to this marketplace. And the only thing that really sparked my interest, that was cheap enough that I could afford it, was the mini Google Nest. And I love it. Because I can tell it to play music for me. Or actually, it's going to remind me tomorrow night to do some work for the business here. And I can tell it to, hey, set a reminder for this day at this time. And it's awesome. Yes, I am an American. I am Seattle adjacent. I live in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. I am in Washington. As I said, Seattle adjacent. Thank you for not complaining about my horrific pronunciation of Indian names. I like it. Oh God, she has the Ghostbusters. That is adorable. Love it. Chloe, I'm assuming you wanted me to look at your 2025. Yeah, that was cute. Ooh, from Russia. What part of Russia? John, you have competition here. You and Emilio have a very similar sense of humor. Yeah, my nest it's a little round thing about yay big. I have the white one. Rostov. Ooh, cool. So my hometown down in Oregon, we had a huge Russian population, equally huge Mexican population, equally huge Mormon population, and I was none of the above. Have a good one, Chloe. Talk to you soon, kid. I'm popping again. I am sorry because I know that sounds horrible through earbuds or headphones. You too, hun. It's bedtime, I think. While cool as fluff, Hazel, that's kind of nerve wracking. Oh, same, Matt. That we're all hoping for that, for both countries involved. Um, I may not love your administration any more than I love mine, but I do love the people. It's midnight. Go sleep, Chloe. Ah, respect. I am a disabled veteran myself. I served in the United States Navy. A lifetime ago, it feels like, but yep. You know, in some ways, in some ways, I do kind of feel bad for our military. Yeah, I hope for your sake you don't have to. Because it's ugly. Yeah. The Russian soldiers are not doing well in this, and I hate it. I hate the administrations who who send these kids, because I mean most of the world's militaries are 16 to 25, and they're kids, and they're just being sent off to the meat grinder. Yep. Well, that's one of the things I don't do. um, I try to be very careful not to play music while I'm streaming or recording, because one, I am utterly paranoid of getting a copyright strike. Don't want that to happen, and two, I know that my preferred music is not everybody's preferred genre. I don't have job. I want job. Join the club by pool. By pool. Oh my god, the way I just said that. Now I have an image of fucking Deadpool with two heads. We just watched Deadpool and Wolverine the other night, or at least part of it. So I have all the damn Deadpools. Thank you, Pratham. They came from Zenny. I am going to be purchasing from iBuyDirect, who also have some really cute heart-shaped frames the next time I need glasses. Nice. Yes. I like the ones that have the line down the center of it, and there's goodbye that faces in the door, and hello that said as you're facing the door. Never mind. I'm being confusing. No, I am not a live, laugh, love woman at all. I don't have it above my bedroom door. No, I don't know why you would think that. Yes, I am. I am a basic bitch. I am so much a basic bitch. I drink pumpkin spice coffee. I would wear Uggs if I had them. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. This is our afternoon just kind of chilling with the Witchlings, hanging out, chit-chatting, answering questions. Me being, this. And about an hour and a half ago, we started our normal daily stream where I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, and a couple of self-care cards, and we just chill out and have fun here. I am currently wearing fuzzy socks. I'll find them. He's complaining he can't find his woolly socks. I have to go hunting. Because, hi, I'm also the laundry person here. Woolly socks are good for the soul. Love it. Yes, I have fuzzy socks. Hey, Andrea! We were just wondering where you were. We missed you. We summoned Andrea. Yes, we did. Hey, we summoned the spawn earlier. Because literally, you and I were talking about him, and then he just wandered through, and I'm like, summoned my nephew by talking about his father the other day. That was kind of fun. Yes, salted caramel. Yes, John and his salted caramel. I am going to be sad when I run out of this bottle of Starbucks pumpkin spice creamer because everything else is out. My regular is out of stock. Yummy. Can I do magic? Yes, I can do magic. I do not do stage magic, like, make things appear out of thin air. But yes, I have had some spells that went quite well. However, I think the best spell that has been cast in this house was not mine. We need to renew it, but it was still working last time I checked. The man behind the curtain wrote a spell and charmed the nails to prevent anyone from entering this house that harbors ill will towards anyone in the house. Someone tried to walk into the house and actually bounced off of the doorframe. It was great. It is, John. Oh, trust me, watching this, Pratham, there we go. It was. Watching this person try to step through the door and bounce back slightly, that was glorious. Oh, mashers. Yum, 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 yum. And they're real mashed potatoes, not boxed ones. Nice. But as far as what I do, I am more of a healer. I can take pain away from people. I do that quite a lot. I am a fantabulous diviner. I mean, I am frighteningly accurate with my tarot cards. Even when people think I can't read them. That was funny. I do mostly candle magic for myself because I am autistic and ADHD and I need something that doesn't require a whole lot of work. Elsewise, I will get distracted midstream and whee! That is interesting. So that's Spanish. Okay. I'm dancing to the music in my head again. It's great. Ooh. Groovy. Well, I'm a yoga instructor, and I was just, about an hour ago, talking about our Sanskrit of the week. So I am working on my pronunciations of some other languages. Spanish and French, I don't generally have a problem with. Yeah. Yep, we're seriously neurospicy here. I am autistic ADHD. My youngest child is at least ADHD, but we're pretty sure he's got a touch of the tism as well. The hubby, well, yeah, He got autism. My middle child is only ADHD. My oldest child followed in his mother's footsteps. Is very ADHD. Oh my God, is that child odd? But so yeah, we've got the spice and everything here. Oh, Andrea, we were talking food earlier. Something got us started. Oh, it's bacon. Today's bacon day. It's a holiday for bacon. And we were talking about BLTs and food, and you just contributed. So, yep. Yet another synchronicity in this stream. Oh, I know. Oh, puka teas are so good. I love their love and womankind teas. Oh my God, those are so good. I can't do licorice. Is it Yogi that I was drinking the licorice? I think it was. I will occasionally get a licorice tea because it helps with digestion and that. And a couple of other things that brain is not braining. Here is the fun, interesting information for y'all though. Here in the state of Washington, if you are using EBT food stamps, you cannot buy Yogi teas. And there's one other brand that I can't remember the name of, but I can see the box, because they are considered medicinal. John. Yep. I am not that stupid. Just a quick little reminder to everybody who is here and new, we abide by the tolerance paradox, which means we do not tolerate intolerance. We do not tolerate racial slurs. Well, slurs of any kind, to be honest. We are a queer-friendly space because, well, I am a member of the queer community. All three of my children are, and I have lost count of the number of family and friends as well. Let's see what else. We do not tolerate transphobia because, again, we have a number of transgender friendly family and friends. I've done that. So yeah. Exactly. So yeah, please. What do we tolerate? Anything but hate. You start spewing hate in my chat and you will not like the results. Haha, nice. Come on, brain, you were just gonna say something? Nope. It disappeared. Oh well. Please show that so I can laugh. Raven, I love it. I love it. I love it. No, I do not have a fursona. I am not a furry, but there have been times that I have thought about it. I probably, if I did have one, it would probably be a horse. And there is a long-ass story behind that. It goes back to a high school assembly where I had been screaming for whatever competition was going on. And when my high school boyfriend walked up to me, I said, "Hi, I'm a little horse." And, well, it stuck. Orange juice on your Rice Krispies? Well, it could be worse. That's cool. Yeah, we try to be fun. My prom date from high school. My prom date from high school's fursona is a wolf. It's really cool. Through him, I know a fair amount about the furry community. He was all, I'm kind of nervous about telling you about this. And I'm like, huh, what is it? And he told me that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I take your profile picture as your fursona. And he's like, yeah, how did you know? I'm like, my kids. He's like, that makes sense. but they tasted awful. Yeah. Orange juice on Rice Krispies doesn't taste great. I like to put chocolate milk on Rice Krispies. Well, I like to drink chocolate milk on most of my cereals. That makes sense. That makes sense. Trying to remember how did I learn what? But yeah, we're an interesting crew here though. I know a lot about a lot of different subcultures. How did I learn from my kids, or what else are we talking? Yeah, no shit, Andrea. Ugh. I'm not trying to be scary. I don't know many witches that would wear a Nightcrawler t-shirt either, you know? Well, okay. Nightcrawler Kurt is kind of scary, I guess, because, well, how he teleports. He teleports through a hell dimension, but, you know, other than that, I wear... Now, why do you assume that witches are going to be scary? Witches are people just like everybody else. I know some scary ass witches, don't get me wrong, Zen. Anyway, oh, how did I learn to do readings, cast spells, and everything that I have learned? I have had some really amazing teachers. I will admit that straight off. I have had some really amazing teachers in my life. And then most of my learning has been, let's see, lean this way. Okay, so the top two shelves of this bookshelf are yoga books, and then I have craft books, and there's two more shelves that have craft books. I call them craft for witchcraft, and it got around people who didn't like me having witchy shit in the house, even though it was my house. Anyway, but most of my learning has been through books. I have joined some really, really, really great support groups and learning groups on social media. And in IRL people and places. It's just, you got to know where to look. But start with books, and then kind of, Facebook is amazing for finding groups, for finding ways to learn about it. I can be scary. Isn't he? I love Nightcrawler. I mean, the fact that Kurt can quote the Bible while he's kicking your ass is just mwah. Between Kurt and Hank, I just love it. Hank quotes Shakespeare and kicks your ass at the same time. I mean, come on, give me a strong, intelligent man. I'm happy. They make great friends. They're great bulldogs. Or guard dogs, sorry. But I learned most of my craft from reading and my fucking groups. And however, we are going to be doing a series of live streams that will be recorded as we stream them, and we will release them later, and that is going to be my Witchy 101 series. I have a Tarot 101 series coming. I also have a series that does a deep dive into the 8 limbs of yoga. I think... Yeah, we're going to be looking into classes, doing classes on YouTube. I'll be doing some of it in the Discord server. Let's see what else. Any life advice? Be honest. Be kind. Be compassionate. That is my advice. If you do those 3 things, and also... my favorite life advice is what I live by: do no harm, but take no shit. Oh, I know that we have decided that we are going to do it as a live, because trying to get me and him to sit down and record it at other times is proving to be damn near impossible. So this is what we have come up with. I am going to be working out the schedule for that soon, probably after my birthday. So, yes. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Two people come to mind first. My non-biological daughter's mother-in-law. She is one hell of a kitchen witch, although she is very, very Christian. And my dad. When is my birthday? I have... Wait. It's Monday? I think I'm down to 5 days. Yes, 5 days to my birthday. I'm a New Year's baby. The third, actually, but I was the first baby for the new year for the hospital I was born at, and the county I was born in. And surprisingly, we are not going to be streaming on my birthday. I just did it again. I just punched the mic again. That didn't feel good. That's true. This cooking can bring death and destruction. We might do a members only stream on my birthday just for shiggles. Depends on if I get to go to the play. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm kind of sad. She's probably busy. Why am I dancing? I have no idea. There is music playing in my head and it never stops, and I will sit here and dance to it just... Yes, I dance, and I dance. I'm a kitty cat. Oh, shit. I don't think that's little sister, but let me look. I'm gonna giggle maniacally. Nope, hers is the fourth. The fifth is one of my Mary Kay teammates. Yes, I bip and bop. And I dance, and I dance. I'm a kitty cat. Shut up, die. Okay. Beep, I'm a sheep. That's no better. By the way, there are 30 of us in my head here. And, we argue. And it's highly amusing. Emphasis on the highly at times, but... And I'm not high. That's the best part. At least not yet. I won't be for a couple more hours. Thank you, Raven. Ooh. See, me being like this is why I cannot understand why the bitch didn't tell me I was ADHD when she got me diagnosed when I was a kid. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah, she had the balls to be shocked when I was re-diagnosed in my 20s. Thank you, Pratham. I try. This is me. I am not one of these people who puts on an act or puts on airs when I'm online. What you see is what you get. I don't care if it's Facebook or YouTube or fucking Reddit or anywhere I am. This is me. I do not have the mental spoons to pretend to be someone else. And again, there's 30 of us in here, so it's a Russian roulette as to who you're going to get most days. Okay, it's usually me. I'm the one that's dominant here. It's either me or the twins. And trust me, you'll know when the twins come out. Is that evil ship falling? I know. He went, Noopy. We can Noopy. Yeah, I know. We're actually, one of the things that we're going to do when we rearrange the office, is we are going to, yeah, we're not worried about me hurting the mic. It's a good sturdy one. But we are trying to figure out moving the mic so I don't do this as much. And we're planning on putting it on this side because I'm dominantly right-handed, which is why I smack the motherfucker as often as I do. Pardon my language, I swear like the sailor I once was, so if F-bombs being randomly dropped offends you, please, you might not enjoy it here. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I know how that goes, Mimi. If you want to watch people pretend to be something they're not, then yeah, flip through any TV show. Oh, White Lizzo. Well, I do play flute, so man, Lizzo is like my fucking hero. I mean, she is a big woman, and she dances on stage like that, and she sings, and she plays her flute on stage while she's doing all this shit. My asthma would never. I mean, fuck. Yeah. You're not qualified for one, but you have 7 dogs. See, um, originally I was going to train Sergeant Snuggle Puppy to be my service dog. That did not work. But, um, I want. I will answer that in just a second, Pratham. I want a POTS dog. I want to see if Took can possibly pick up on my POTS, but I don't know. But I would love to have a dog that can go, hey, 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 you're a dumbass. You need to go sit. Okay, so when the man behind the curtain and I first got together, he was married. It was a polyamorous relationship, and his now ex-wife decided that she was going to take my dog that I bought, and she was going to try to train him herself. And so, because of her overbearingness with my dog in the few months that we had him before she left, he was not able to be trained to be my service dog. He is still very much my puppy boy, but she ruined that for me. Okay, have I read on Indian culture and subculture? Yes. I have actually, it's not that I have read about it. I have a few friends who are from India, one who actually lives in Mumbai currently. And I have talked to him in particular. We've been friends for 20 years. I have talked to him particularly about how whitewashed yoga is over here and the spiritual bypassing of it here in the States. And I am working to have a more traditional take on it. Yes, I'm a woman, and yes, traditionally it was practiced by the men of the Brahmin class. I believe the Brahmin could only be men. Can't remember that for sure, but I do know some. And I want to know more because of how Americanized it is. I am incredibly lucky that the woman I took my teacher training through very much appreciates the history of it, and she taught us a lot of the history, which is why I want to learn more. Damn it, I can never remember. I want to say, nope, Krishnamacharya, possibly. No, 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 you stupid piece of crap. Okay, the book is The Heart of Yoga by Desikachar. There we go. About his father, who was Krishnamacharya. Holy shit, I remembered. His book really resonated with me. And I have a couple of other historical books. I have read the Gita. I have the Upanishads. I have not cracked that one yet. I need to. But I want to know more about it because I love learning. Oh, yes, Mimi. Moving and addressing Mimi saying she wants a service dog. I can understand that one. There are programs. Again, when we work on the coaching thing, we'll talk about that. That is cool. Finishing a PhD, that takes commitment, my friend. Clank. PhDs are awesome. Nope. Brain's not going to track that one down. Train of thought left the passengers behind. Are you talking to me or? Oh, holy shit! It has been 2 hours. How are the furry hellions? Do they need to? Okay, we'll go. We'll go ahead and keep talking. It is 2 hours, so we can technically wrap up, but you guys are interested in what we're saying, and I am interested in what we're doing, so we're just going to keep going for a bit if everybody wants to, or if nobody minds. Oh, we were talking about the queer community earlier, but I suspect that the people who were talking about that have since left. Because, well, yeah, because they just wanted to be trolls and didn't actually want to learn anything. So, thank you, Hazel. Do not send me money that you cannot afford, please, guys. Thank you, Hazel. I appreciate it. Okay, yeah, yoga is reduced to stretching in a very... Yep. Okay, that's another thing that I did learn from my instructor, my teacher training instructor, is the fucking Instagram yoga is not yoga. Asana is one of the 8 limbs of yoga, and oh gee, it's not even the first limb, it is the 3rd limb, or the 4th limb. I can never remember whether asana comes before pranayama or pranayama comes before asana, but I know they're 3 and 4. 1 is yamas, 2 is niyamas, then you get 3 and 4. 5 is dhyana, possibly those 2 are reversed as well. Samadhi, and then the last one that is like 3 words, and I cannot remember it. Hello, Artie, good to see ya. My thing right now, and I have been out of teacher training since Father's Day of 23, so it's been about 2.5 years. I am still trying to finish my deep dive into the yamas and niyamas because, well, those are the foundations of the entire philosophy behind yoga. And I have discovered, and this is part of why I am the yoga witch, I don't know everything, my friend, but the yamas and the niyamas work so well with my witchcraft practice because they are honestly kind of common sense for, you know, your personal practice and your spiritual life. It's all about balance. And then you have the asana coming in as basically it's intended like recess for small children, to get the wiggles out so you can sit still and meditate. I have heard some say that it's kind of a way to exhaust your physical body so that you can sit and meditate and just kind of become one with the universe, but either way, it still works. And then there's, you know, part of the reason I really want to learn a lot of this is I do a Friday night guided meditation, and at times I will have a yoga nidra with it as well. And I was publicizing on Facebook that my yoga nidra was coming up live this Friday night, blah, 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 yada, yada. And then Saturday came around and I posted something and my friend popped in and said, "Oh, you're still alive. You're still here." And another friend started to rip him a new one, and I'm like, no, oh no, you gotta understand Kapil's sense of humor. What did I do this time, Kapil? And he's like, okay, so basically what you just said is the rapture was gonna happen live on camera, and I'm like, good to know. So I take it I should put asana after yoga nidra from now on, and he's like, yes, please. I am very careful when I talk about yoga nidra that we are going to be doing a practice. I say we are doing yoga nidra asana or asana. Still can't remember which pronunciation is correct. But so, I try to not be culturally appropriative. I try to be culturally respectful. So that is me. And I know that so fucking many people look at it as just exercise. And that's why it became so trendy, especially in Hollywood. It's a kick-ass exercise. Don't get me wrong. It is a kick-ass exercise program. But when you do the spiritual bypassing and ignore all of the rest of what yoga is, that's just fucked up. That would... That would be like taking communion in a Roman Catholic church without knowing anything else about Catholicism. I don't know any other fucking culture that I can... Yeah, you're at communion for the stale bread and cheap wine. Although some churches use some really good wine, but that's beside the point. Thank you. This is going to sound horrible, but there is a part of me that does not understand why I was born looking like Casper, because so much of my spirit, I guess is the best way to put it, identifies with people who are not. My ex-father-in-law said I had more native blood than his son did. My ex-father-in-law just recently threw his hat in the ring to become chief of their tribe. That tells you that. And then, I know. And then I have so many Hispanic friends, and I've had people tell me that when I could speak my Spanish, I talked like a damn Mexican. Their words, not mine. Yes, I know. And that, yeah, it's just, I identify with the underdogs far too much. Yep, I can see that one. My Italian sucks worse than my French and Spanish do at this point. But at least I recognize it. I did, yeah. But I absolutely despise my countrymen and the fact that they will just take shit from other cultures and give no fucks about the history behind it. I mean, come on. Sugar skulls. Here's a common one. People here in the States think sugar skulls are cool and cute and pretty and the worm as Halloween costumes, having absolutely no clue about the culture behind those. They're not a Halloween costume. They're not even really necessarily something fun and but anyway. The one that's hidden, or okay. We're doing okay here. Go ahead and show it. And yes, I can totally see John's dad getting kicked out of altar boy duties for nicking the wine. My brothers were not much better. See, the Episcopal Church also does the wine and the wafers, but we don't have altar boys. We have acolytes. Similar thing though, and 2 of my 3 brothers got to act as acolytes, but we stopped going to church before I was old enough to become an acolyte, so I was kind of saddened by that. Overall, not too worried about it though. Yes. For free I have a few free classes myself on Yoga with Dailin here on YouTube. Then there is the Underbelly, which I don't know if they have free classes here on YouTube still, but it's either the Underbelly or Jessamine Stanley. Yoga with Adrienne, amazing. She is wonderful. And then the other person I used to recommend no longer teaches, so I will do some looking. But There are some really, really, really amazing yoga teachers on YouTube, and you can specifically look for chair yoga if she wants that as well. Pratha, I want to visit India so badly. I want to go visit my friend who's in Mumbai, and he has said he has a few places he would love to show me. I want to see the birthplace of India. I want to do that. I want to go to Bali one of these days and or the birthplace of yoga. Thank you, babe. And then I want to go to Bali and do a teacher training in Bali. Yeah, my brain's starting to glitch. Yes. Ha! I can't remember what part of Mumbai my friend lives in. I just know he is in Mumbai. And I've also discovered his name is rather common. Not quite as common as Mike or Jack or John is here in the States, but it's pretty common. But Mumbai is also like one of the biggest cities in India. I want to go. I want to travel. Because how do you learn about a place's culture without actually going and seeing it? Yes. Yes, I have actually I've heard Rishikesh is a good place to go. And while yes, I do know that a lot of people over there speak English. Actually, you either speak Hindi or English. I want to learn more of the native languages there so that I don't stand out quite so badly as a dumb American. Because, well, I'm already a dumb, loud American. Yeah, I stand out enough because I'm a 200-pound plus white woman with long red hair, black and red hair. And it'll be worse when it goes back to purple. I'm shocked. I can hear him talking, but I can't make out words. Impressive. I have a child on the other side. Okay, my child, he's not a child. I have someone on the other side of that wall. This wall is thin, too. I know what it's made of. But his name is Kapil. His name is Kapil, and I'd have to stop and think really hard to come up with his last name. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nope, I'm not doxing my friends. But it would be funny. 20 different languages. I know Hindi is a very common one. Hindi and English are like the two most common. That is my understanding. I think it would be fun. But I have trouble enough with English half the time, and I've spoken it my entire life. There are days when I just don't English well. All right, y'all. I would love to keep chit-chatting. Oh, did we? Oh, the Gita was one of my favorite parts of teacher training. I own a copy of it, and I plan on rereading it. And then I don't know if I should read the Upanishads before I reread the Gita or not. What's your good news, John? What were you saying, babe? Something about 5 days? My eye is drippy. Oh, great. It's Tiffany. I think we're alone now. That's the song. What's your good news, friend? But yes, I have the Upanishads. I have the Gita. I have a couple of others. Oh, good. I don't know. I was going to say, I know I was going to say something, but I have no... Oh, so the good news is we are very, 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 very fucking close to hitting the full monetization hours limit. Needed. That's what I'm looking for. See? English, not Englishing. I think we are on track to hit the hours by like tomorrow-ish. And then we will get the, sweet. And then we will confirm that on my birthday. That is awesome, John. I'm so happy to hear that. I don't know if I'd buy a lottery ticket yet, but somebody in Washington won the something point the 1 point something 1.8 billion dollar super lotto on Christmas Eve. Lucky person. Yeah. I am trying so hard to not be so political on my channel, but honestly, and this is a heads up for those of you who are new here, we get political on occasion, but that is primarily because as a non-heterosexual, non-Christian woman, my existence is political. Oh, John, you know it was my pleasure. You know. You are one of my witchlings. I will do everything I can for you guys. Okay, I have 10 minutes to wrap this up and take care of anything I need to before the furry heathens decide they want to drive me nuts to go outside. So what I'm going to do... He abandoned... Uh-oh! I just made myself dizzy. He abandoned me, so I am going to say let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There is far too much hate and darkness out there. Please try to be a beacon of light and hope for those who are stumbling and lost in the dark. And after you have done that, make sure that you tell your loved ones, human, scaly, furried, or feathered, that they mean the absolute world to you, because if you do not, well, we don't know how long we have with them, and that last phone call can suck. And if you take one thing, and only one thing, from everything that we do here every day, I hope it's that you remember that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and there is a reason you are here, even if you don't know what it is yet. It took me 45 years to figure out my purpose in life. I will see you guys all so very soon. I love you to bits. Namaste, my witchlings.